10 Best Xiaomi Phones in Early 2021. Xiaomi has been killing it. They are not only one of the largest mobile phone manufacturers in the world, but also one of the largest consumer electronics brand in the world. There are loads of top Xiaomi phones covering plenty of price tags, from the affordable Redmi phones to the top-end Mi devices. So if you're looking for a new smartphone, you're likely to find some great options here in this video. Number 10. Xiaomi Mi 10. Xiaomi's 2020 premium offering. The Xiaomi Mi 10 was, for a time, near the top of this list. However, time never ceases marching on, and over a year since it debuted, the Mi 10 has sunk lower in this list, thanks to newer phones being better choices. The phone has an impressive and punchy screen, camera array led by a 108MP main snapper, albeit with some less than stellar companions, great 20MP selfie camera, long-lasting battery, and design we were certainly fond of. While our main issue with the Mi 10 is its price, which seems a little too high, the phone did rank higher than its Pro sibling thanks largely to that device's even higher price, so if you want a great phone that won't empty your bank, not fully, at least, this is a device to consider. Number 9. Xiaomi Redmi Note 9T. A decent 5G phone. The Redmi line of smartphones is great for low cost and fairly powerful, for their price, smartphones, with relatively utilitarian looks and only okay cameras. The Redmi Note 9T is a perfect example of this. The first 5G phone from Redmi, the Note 9T is fairly powerful for its price, and was good for gaming and watching stuff. Its fingerprint scanner was good to use, its battery lasted a long time, and its screen is better than some rivals. Number 8. Xiaomi Redmi Note 9. A solid Redmi phone. Redmi phones are generally commendable affordable devices. It's a shame the Redmi Note 9 came out around the same time as, and for the same price as, the Poco X3 NFC, which trumps it in many ways. This is a worthy phone in its own right though. Its battery lasts a long time, it performed well in our camera tests, and the big screen was bright enough for a variety of use cases. Sure, this phone wears its affordable nature on its sleeve, and that means it has a plasticky feel and doesn't have much processing power. But it's still a good choice if you prefer photography to performance. Number 7. Xiaomi Black Shark 3. A Xiaomi gaming phone. If you're looking for a phone that's good for gaming, but don't want to splash out on a top-end device, you might find a Black Shark device great for you, and the Black Shark 3 is the newest phone from Xiaomi's gaming-focused subsidiary. The Black Shark 3 has plenty of top-end specs like a Snapdragon 865 chipset, 5G connectivity, a big battery and a 90 Hz refresh rate screen, but doesn't cost as much as many of its similarly spec'd competitors. The phone has a great camera too, which is somewhat of a surprise. Sure, this phone isn't for everyone, and if you're not an avid mobile gamer we wouldn't recommend it for you, not least because its design is certainly divisive, but if you're prone to a game of PUBG Mobile, Fortnite or Call of Duty Mobile, you should definitely consider it. Number 6. Xiaomi Mi Note 10. Availability hampers an otherwise incredible phone. The Xiaomi Mi Note 10 took our top spot in this list for a long time. It never saw a successor, though, and it's very hard to find in stores now, so it's harder to recommend. Looking at the specs list and images, you'd be forgiven for thinking this phone was a top-end flagship phone, with a curved screen, 108MP main camera and huge battery pack. But then look down to the price and you see a phone that's a third of the price of the biggest and best phones out there right now. Sure, there are a few weaknesses that stopped us giving this phone a perfect score, but it was a close call, and using the phone for a variety of purposes is a treat. Number 5. Xiaomi Mi 10 Pro. Xiaomi's most premium phone. The Xiaomi Mi 10 Pro crowns the company's lineup of early 2020 powerhouses, with a range of specs that solidify its position as the most premium phone from Xiaomi. It has a top-end Snapdragon 865 chipset, 108MP main camera, 90 Hz refresh rate screen and snappy 50 watts fast charging. The main problem with the phone is its price, as it's roughly twice as expensive as the Mi Note 10, but doesn't come with too many major changes to justify that cost, hence the Mi Note 10 taking first slot on this list. There are also some interface issues too, like the fact it comes with lots of bloatware and has a slow fingerprint sensor. It's worth pointing out that the Xiaomi Mi 10 Pro has seen a very staggered release, as it's available in some regions but not others, and in some places it might not come out until late 2020. Keep an eye out when it's available in your region, though, because it's certainly worth considering. Number 4. Xiaomi Poco X3 Pro. A pop-up mid-ranger. 2 years after the original Poco phone F1, which used to be on this list, Xiaomi unveiled the Poco X3 Pro. This phone has a pop-up selfie camera, a large unbroken screen, and some of the best processing power we've seen in a smartphone. It's also fairly good in the camera and battery departments. So it's a pretty worthy phone in a lot of ways, but its size may put some off. It also lacks any cool or noteworthy features that its competitors have, which is why it isn't higher on this list. Number 3. Xiaomi Mi 10T Pro. Xiaomi's cut price late 2020 flagship. The Xiaomi Mi 10T series were late 2020 additions to the Mi 10 phones, and the Mi 10T Pro is the top of that new squad, which sits above the Mi 10 but below the Mi 10T Pro. Ironically, this order goes the other way in our best Xiaomi phones roundup. The Xiaomi Mi 10T Pro is great as a cut-price flagship. It has the same main camera, software, and processing power but has a lower quality design and display to balance the books and keep the cost low. There are a few great additions to this phone that are absent in the Mi 10 series though, like a really useful side-mounted fingerprint scanner, 144Hz display and an absolutely huge camera bump. Number 2. Xiaomi Poco X3 NFC. An incredible budget phone. The Xiaomi Poco X3 NFC is a surprising phone mainly because it is one. This phone has really impressive specs for a handset at its price. The device has loads of processing power, a really long-lasting battery, and a 120Hz screen, all for a really low price. If you pick this device up, you're certainly getting more than you paid for, in the best possible way. Sure, there are some quirks not everyone will like. This phone is really big, and the cameras don't match same price competitors. But this is still a worthy buy. That's the best budget phone right now. And number 1. Xiaomi Mi 11. Xiaomi's 2021 flagship. The Xiaomi Mi 11 is the company's flagship for 2021, showcasing new camera modes, screen technologies, and rear camera designs at a premium phone price tag. We gave the phone a glowing review, praising, in particular, its macro photography mode, using a bespoke rear lens, its great-looking screen with a high resolution and refresh rate, and the processing power provided by its top-end chipset. While this phone represents the best tech Xiaomi has right now, its cost might put some people off it. Despite that, if you're looking for a great smartphone from the company, it should be the first one you consider.